Rain's got to the start now, and features the stare of the centre in the Thames bloke. Very striking that. Tom Strudwick, Ben Heathcote, Drian Bakati, the first Albanian ever to row at Henley Rowing Club, Henley Regatta.
And the experience in this Thames crew is extraordinary. We have a huge number of regatta entries for them before, including 10 by the Cox. So the Cox has sat there on a number of occasions before.
Phenomenal. So this is the penultimate race of the day. I say penultimate because I'm still not sure quite of what's happened in that heat of the Visitors Challenge Cup, whether that's going to be a re-row or not. So the umpire's got them under starters orders. This is the semi-final of the Thames Challenge Cup. Leander on the left of your picture in pink. Thames Rowing Club A crew on the right of your picture, blasting off down the island. I think Thames Rowing Club A will be very difficult to beat. Won this event 4 times in the last 8 years. That should tell you something. But Leander will say, you know, we've got a chance to be in this. Look at the effort on the face of the Leander 7-man. Jordan Pepperman's really laying it down there, isn't he?
Yeah, and I think they're beginning to row into the wet as well. So, you know, you start off in the dry and that Temple Island in that lull, and then suddenly the cold rain will be hitting them. So that can quite shock the physiology as well, shock the system.
What's it like rowing in the rain with the grips on the blades? Do you get any problems with that, Sarah?
Yeah, for me, I liked my handle, especially when I was rowing, to have a bit of dampness on it. So actually, I was quite happy. If it was dry, you'd find me wanting to dip my hand into the water to wet it, actually. So I'd be quite happy with that. But some athletes don't have that same preference.
Cracking race there. You saw that the data there of the boat speeds up over 20 kilometres per hour. Thames Rowing Club, they're looking really good at this moment. Bodies not thrown all over the boat, really relaxed, fluids, just transitioning well into the pace that's going to carry them over the middle of this course. We're looking at Patrick Torns in the stroke seat, closest to us, 28 years of age, just 70 kilos. And normally you'd see in these Thames Cup crews, you would expect you wouldn't have such a, I guess, relatively small guy in the stroke seat, but he's doing a fantastic job there. Up in the bows, James Dolman for Leander, the 25-year-old.
And 2 really experienced crews here. That James Dolman, when you were just talking about, and Conaway in the bower, who's coming into that point. I think Sean Conaway, there might have been a change there for that on the Leander boat. Looking there, but he's got 1 Henley Regatta entry. Then we've got 3 coming down onto Pepperman, 2 on Bakay, Pullinger, 1, Bradbury, 1, 2 for Grange, and 4 for Dolman. And the Cox on that side is Peacock, has got 1 appearance.
Yes, they're well spotted on the programme because the programme's actually different to our notes here. So in fact, in the programme they've got Dolman in the stroke seat and they've got Geffen in the bow street.
So look here, we've got Leander trying to stay in touch. They've got the higher stroke rate, 36 strokes per minute. Boat speed, that's giving them is 19.9, and that's being rewarded. Thames on the other hand, they're 36 as well, 19.8. So Leander here are doing a push. You can see their stroke rate's a little bit higher than Thames. Their boat speed's a little bit higher, and they're looking to get back in touch after Thames' strong start.
Thames coach Sander Smulders, the Dutchman, had success obviously with crews in the Netherlands, and here too took over from Ben Lewis. There is Leander, James Dolman, we think, in the stroke seat, the 25-year-old. Closest to us, Jordan Pepperman's in the 7 seat. Actually, Jordan Pepperman's in the 2 seat. The order in the programme is very different to the order in the notes, isn't it?
Yes, and what we do know is what they're making a press right now. They're going to come back on touch with Thames. Thames have gone out with that faster start. They've got an early advantage, perhaps favourites in this event. And that Leander, I think over the season we've seen them going super fast and then less quick on certain occasions. So let's see which Leander crew comes out today.
So Thames Rowing Club have showed their dominance in this event over the past few years. They're showing it now, just a crucial half a length, but Leander are still in contact Would you say Thames are edging just as they go past the Upper Thames Rowing Club there, Sarah?
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? You can see how little check is on that shell at the moment. What I mean by that is it's not stopping in between strokes, and they're 35 strokes a minute versus Leander 7 strokes a minute is giving them good boat speed. But Leander, again, well, on our numbers, they should be coming back. You can see 19 metres per second against 18. That means the Leander crew is just edging back onto the Thames.
And Leander were up at 37 there. The Leander coaching team of Matt Beachy and Ali Brown had a lot to do with how this 8 looks put together. They've obviously been checking the order and doing what they can to make it the quickest possible boat that can come down this Henley course. It's the semi-final of the Thames Challenge Cup. On this side of the course, it's Thames Rowing Club A crew. On the far side of the course, it's the men from Leander Club, desperately fighting to come back in the picture. Is there a chance they could get back into it, Sarah?
Martin, there's always a chance, and that's what makes sport so special, isn't it? You just don't know how hard these athletes have gone to achieve the advantage. And we talk about the red line in rowing, and you know, how can you push your body right up to that red line but stay a millimetre underneath it, because there's only so many occasions that you can go onto it and ask something else of you. The Thames crew does look relaxed, but how hard are they working? Because often when you look most relaxed, it feels like it's absolutely easy while you're doing it. It hits you when you stop. So
you'd say at sort of 35 they got somewhere to go in terms of sprint at the finish. That's Tom Ford in the bow seat, brother of James Fode, the Olympic bronze medalist with the British men's 8 in 2012. He says the better of the 2 Fode brothers. I think he's talking tongue-in-cheek with that.
Yeah,
Leander
listen, you can hear the crowd. The Leander supporters are here, the Thames supporters are here. They'll have gone past Memmingham and had the Thames roar, and now we're coming past the enclosures. And Leander are aiming to get back into this, Martin. This could go all the way. This is fantastic watching. Thames has still got that advantage, but can Leander respond to the crowd?
The Thames 2-man has absolutely gone. Joe Bright has blown, and Leander are coming back with every stroke. Will the water run out? Leander are coming back on Thames. Thames is just there. The 2-man's trying to hang in there. Just about. Yeah, he's just done it. You can see what intensity. His head goes down. 2/3 of a length. Yes, the shout.
And you absolutely have given everything. We talk, they look relaxed, but how much have they given them? The 2-man, you're right. You can see his head starting to droop, but his blade work, Martin, he managed to hold it on. And you talked about him blowing, but he'd managed to keep his technique, keep in the rhythm, and hold on there.
Look at him in the boat. He can't hold his head up.
I know. Look at that, Matt. So when we're talking about the 2-man, he is 2 from the back of the boat. You can't actually see him at the moment because he's wearing a red cap and he's sort of lolling over. And I hope our medical staff are keeping an eye on him, because he really has gone into deep hurt locker, if you like, for that win.
Yeah, you've got to say that is amazing, just to push yourself that hard. And you see this at the end of the Henley course. Rowers go into the black zone, and there's the camera going down the boat.